Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are back after a long break, it seems, to do some solo Crisis League. It hasn't been that long a break for some people. I've been doing some Patreon exclusive videos lately, so that's where I have been. Maybe you've been here, maybe you've been there. Hello anyway, welcome. Oh, I forgot my ring. Don't want to miss that. Anyway, thank you for being here. Tonight we're playing for the Solo Crisis League. This is Season 5, Round 3. So we're using Forever Evil plus, what was the other thing? Oh yes, Crisis 1. That's what we're using. We have two villains to choose from on our first attempt here. We've got Black Adam and Sinestro. Now I'm going with Sinestro, but let's talk about why did I make that choice? Let's see what happened. So Black Adam's ability is, the first time you play a superpower during each of your turns, you may destroy it. If you do, draw a card and gain a VP. Now, that's a good ability, especially during competitive games. It's a little more dangerous in a crisis game because we might need to contribute said superpower later on to a crisis. So if that's the case, we might need it later, and that draw card may not be enough. Now, Sinestro, on the other hand. Sinestro, he says, when one or more foes fails to avoid an attack you play, gain 1 VP. Now that's not going to happen, obviously. We don't have foes that can avoid attacks at all, so that's not going to happen. Also, the first time you gain VPs during your turn, draw a card. Now that is going to happen. If we have the right cards out here, say, let's see, there's some ones where you destroy a card in your discard pile and get a victory point for doing so, or a card like Transmutation, which gets you a victory point. Doing that is going to get us drawing cards, and that is what I want to do. Black Adam is kind of more of a shotgun, but Sinestro, we at least have some control over what we are, a little more control, I suppose, over what we're going to do. So I am going with Sinestro. That's my thought process, at least. So we have Arkham Breakout in play, which reads, when a villain with an attack enters the lineup, treat it as if it were a first appearance attack against each player. So that's what we're going to have to deal with. And then to beat it, that's a little bit different for Solo. For Solo to beat, at the start of your turn, discard your hand, remove this crisis if each of those cards have a different name. So if each of the crises have a different name. So you have 5 cards of unique names. Fortunately, we do have 2 different unique names right now, so we only need 3 more cards in one hand, but we'll see how that goes. And then there's Ra's al Ghul, and his ongoing ability reads that, essentially, if we don't buy any card in the lineup during our turn, we add a second card at the end of the turn. So it's going to build up a bit faster. So we got Bow Staff. Phantom Stranger. That's a good card to have very early in the game. That doesn't happen very often. Killer Frost. Each foe puts a location he controls into his discard pile. Well, we don't have any, so that attack does not affect us. Cosmic Staff. Fantastic defense card. And Man-Bat Serum, going to be great with Sinestro here. So I'm very happy with this initial lineup. We're looking at 1, 2, 3 power. We're going to use that to buy Bow Staff, because that's at least 2 power, so it's like a kick, but it's a potentially 3 power later on. New card coming out is Catwoman. Alright, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 power. I want to gain something. So you know what? I'm going to get a kick. Because Man-Bat Serum's not going to do anything for me until we have some VP. So since I didn't buy a card from the lineup, that's 2 cards coming out. Alright, so now we got at least 2 cards that are plus 2 power. So that's good news. That is good news. Hope you've all been well. It has been a crazy couple weeks for the world, especially here in the US, so I hope you're all doing well. Alright, we're looking at 3 power here, so we have 3 punches and 2 vulnerabilities. I'm going to go ahead and get another kick. Just start filling up on those 2 power cards, so that later on, it's not as much of an issue. Signature Trenchcoat out early, I like to see it. I'm going to leave Signature Trenchcoat out there. I'm not going to purchase it yet. We're going to leave it there until after Collapsing Parallel Worlds, unless the second one comes out. If the second one comes out, then we're good to go. We've got Bow Staff, which because of Killer Frost is going to be worth 3, 4, 5, 6 power, which we're going to use to get Phantom Stranger. We're going to use that Phantom Stranger just to keep destroying cards. Just get rid of all those punches and vulnerabilities very early and just fly through them. That's the plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New card comes on out. Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5 power. We're going to use that to get... Let's get rid of Killer Frost and gain Quiver of Arrows. Magic. I like to see magic. Again, especially early in the game. Alright. Don't have enough to get rid of Arkham Breakout. We don't have enough different types of cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4 power. I think I'm going to do Power of the Red, just to switch up some of our options of what we can do during our turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we know Phantom Stranger is going to be in this deck. That's unfortunate, because he destroys one card in your hand and one in your discard pile, I believe. It would have been nice to have a discard pile when he came out. Alright. Reveal a top card of my deck, and I may discard it. I will discard that. Then I'll play Phantom Stranger. You may destroy a card in your hand, and you may destroy a card in your discard pile. We're going to destroy a punch in our hand, and we're going to destroy this vulnerability in our discard pile. So that worked out really well. 2, 3 power, which we will use. Will we use it? Maybe we won't. Yeah, we'll get a kick. Yeah, we'll get a kick. It's going to add 2 cards to the lineup, unfortunately. Oh, one of an attack. His attack reads, each foe reveals his hand and discards cards until he contains no duplicates. So we have to get rid of 2 punches here. And we end up with 2, 3 power. I don't want that to happen again, so we're going to get a flight just for the ability to defend ourselves if that happens again. I like playing Forever Evil with a non-Crisis 3 deck because you get to use cards like Power Girl more often. You don't often get to use cards like Word of Power within Crisis 3, but in other crises it works pretty well. Let's go ahead and we'll play Power of the Red. We're going to discard 3 cards and draw 3 cards. They were all starters, so why not? 1, 2, 3. Hey, it's the exact same draw anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4 power. I was hoping to get rid of that Psycho Pirate. It did not happen. We're going to go ahead and get Catwoman because I don't want to end up in a situation where I have Signature Trenchcoat at the wrong time. Ooh, another villain. A villain that costs 4, by the way. So that would have been nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. We're going to say goodbye to Psycho Pirate. Move on with our turn. There's a lot of cards out there I want, but we're getting very close to beating this Crisis pretty easily. I'd like to do that. That's a card that gains VP. We're going to want that. That's 5 cards of different names, but unfortunately Giganta is out there. So, that we're going to use to destroy a punch here. Is there a vulnerability in my discard pile? There is. Should be down to just 1 vulnerability now. Look at the top card. We may discard it. We will discard that. And then we're at 2, 5 power, which we will use to get rid of Giganta. And we're doing pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Getting rid of all those starters is going to help us. New card coming out. Power of the Red. Unfortunately, we don't have different cards, so we're stuck here, but Quiver of Arrows, look at this, and we will discard it. And we're looking at 1, 2 power this turn. I'm going to buy Word of Power. Don't really want the card just yet. I'm going to want it later, but I don't want to trigger Ra's al Ghul and add extra cards to the lineup. Steve Trevor, on the other hand, I definitely would have wanted. You may destroy a card in your hand. You may destroy a card in your discard pile. I will destroy a punch. I'm going to leave the vulnerability, and the reason I'm leaving it is because it's going to increase... Wait, hold on. Before I even... do that. Do I have... Oh, no, I've got 2 kicks. So no. And then in my hand, I will destroy one. No, I'm going to keep the kicks. Okay, why did I not destroy the vulnerability? It's just for the diversity of cards that I have for Arkham Breakout. I wanted to make sure I had 5 cards of different names, and vulnerability is a different name. So getting rid of all of the vulnerabilities would remove the odds of, or lower the odds of me having that at any given time. 2 power here, 4, 6, 7 power. We want magic. We want magic. Or do I want to get Sledgehammer? I think we're going to do Sledgehammer instead, because that's going to allow us to use Sinestro. And it essentially does the same thing. Maybe not exactly the same thing. But it's a destruction card, and it's going to get us VP. So we're not going to complain about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New card comes on out. Man-Bat does not have an attack. Unfortunately, that is again 5 cards, but that does not trigger Arkham Breakout. We're going to start a Power of the Red, discarding these 2 cards and drawing 2 cards. Basically the same thing. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Goodbye to Man-Bat, and I still have 4 power. I always have 4 power, it seems. I'm going to leave Steve Trevor out there. You know, I will get Steve Trevor just for the diversity in the deck. Alright, that's not a villain, so hopefully this turn. Do we have what it takes? 5 cards of different names? We do. We're going to discard them as the end of Arkham Breakout. So that's 1 down. First crisis down. Now, obviously, without a hand, we can't buy a card in the lineup. So 2 cards are going to show up due to Ra's al Ghul. Invulnerable and Magician's Corset. Good card. Really good card. I really like Magician's Corset. I think I've covered this plenty of times in other streams, but I really like the cards that are just are themed around magic in the DC universe. They just work really well in this game. We'll start with Sledgehammer. You may destroy a non-equipment card in your hand or discard pile if its cost is 1 or greater. Gain a victory point. We're going to gain a kick to gain a victory point. You know what? No. I'm going to destroy a vulnerability. We're not going to worry about the victory point just yet. We'll just get the vulnerability out of my hand. Look at the top card. We may discard it. We will. And then 1, 2, 3 power. Can't do much with that, but we will get invulnerable for the defense. Lots of 5 cost cards out there. A lot of them. Stargirl, great defense card. Alright, we can destroy a card in our hand and discard pile. We're going to destroy this punch. And then the discard pile will destroy this punch. You know, we'll destroy Steve Trevor instead of that punch in our hand. Destroying Steve Trevor allows us to draw 2 cards and discard a card. And we'll discard. There we go. 2, 3, 4 powers, all we're getting. But that's enough to get Stargirl, which is what I wanted anyway. New card out. That's another villain. We are getting down on our starter, so that's great. Very early in the game, very good. Just need to start building up some more power at the same time. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to say goodbye to Giganta with that. And with that 3 power we have left, we'll get a kick. Kick might be good to fuel that that destruction card we have. Alright, we're going to discard cards and draw cards. So we're going to discard these 2 to draw 2 cards. That didn't work out great for us. That's 3 power here. We're going to get rid of Emperor Penguin. When you destroy this card in any zone, gain 2 VP. So we'll get 2 VP for that. And then the first time we gain VP during a turn, we get to draw a card. So with that 3, right, and we spent 1, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5. We can destroy Word of Power to spend 4 less on supervillains, so that's exactly what we need. Spending that 5 We get it. Well, first we get a victory point for doing such, and then we also beat Ra's al Ghul in the process. So that worked out pretty well. Gotta get those cards from the destroy pile, probably with Signature Trenchcoat. Maybe I should just buy it. I've been thinking about it anyway. It's probably best that I just buy it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I have a defense card? I do. I've got Stargirl as a defense card. Perfect. Our new crisis is a Dimension Shift. Put the top 3 cards of the main deck into the lineup. 1, 2, 3. All cards in the lineup cost 2 more to buy. Each player reveals the top card to beat. Each player needs to reveal the top card of their deck. Or, if any player reveals a card that costs exactly 2, remove this crisis. And then we got Brainiac. Each player discards a random card and then destroys ball. We're going to defend with Stargirl. You may discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, draw a card and then put a card that costs 1 or greater from the destroyed pile on the bottom of the main deck. We're going to put a kick down there. I'm pretty sure there's a kick in here. Did I not destroy a kick yet? No. So we'll have to put a villain or something down there. We'll put Emperor Penguin down. No. We'll put Man-Bat down there. He's not going to do much for me. To the bottom, Man-Bat. Okay. Let's use Quiver of Arrows. Look at the top card. You may discard it. We will discard that, specifically because of Dimension Shift. Let's try and beat Dimension Shift, I guess. Alright, do you cost 2? No, it does not. It costs 0. Alright, 1, 4. I can destroy a non-equipment card. I'm not destroying any of these. And I also have this, so it's just the 4 we're going to use to get rid of Killer Frost. And move on with our next turn. New card coming out. So, a few locations out there I want. I definitely want House of Mystery, and I'd be happy with Blackgate Prison as well. Can't do much this turn. We're gonna try and wait. She costs 6, not 4, so we couldn't get rid of her. Period. We only had 4 power, so we can't do anything because of Dimension Shift. Everything costs 2 more, so I can't buy any of that stuff unless I have at least 6 power. It looks like. So we're going to try and beat the crisis now. Do you cost 2? It does not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 power. So we can buy anything up to 5 power. Let's get Power Girl. That's a good card to have. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to start with Power of the Red, discarding this punch and drawing a card. Then we're going to destroy a card. We're going to destroy this punch. And then we're looking at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 power. We're going to go ahead and buy House of Mystery of that. And then before our turn... Oh, we can't because we can't try and beat the crisis because Killer Frost is out there. Gotta get rid of her before we go too much further. I can destroy a card in my hand and discard pile. We're going to destroy a punch in my hand and in my discard pile. We're not going to destroy anything. Well... Nah, we're good. 2, 3, 4 power is not going to do anything right now. I guess we could get Venom Injector. Yeah, we'll buy Venom Injector. That's fine. We got lots of destruction cards right now anyway. Wow, lots of locations coming up. 3 power from Bowstaff. Look at the top card. We may discard it. We will. 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I have any cards that cost 2 besides Flight? Flight is the only one. So, we're going to get rid of Killer Frost. I still have 1 power left over, but Flight is the only 2-cost card we have, and there's none in the lineup. So we kind of have to wait for that 2-cost card to show up. That 2-cost card of our dreams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3 power. And that's it for this turn. There's a lot of destruction in my hand I can't do anything with. New card comes out right here. Look at the top card. I may discard it. It's this one. So there's no villains. Oh, there's blights. You have to get rid of blight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 says goodbye to blight. And then reveal the top card of our card. It costs exactly 2. Dimension shift is over. That went incredibly smoothly. I couldn't ask for more on that, honestly. Wow. New card coming out. Transmutation. There we go. That's necessary for my character. First time I play a card of cost 5 or greater during each of my turns, I can draw a card. Alright, 2, 4, 5, 6 power. Everything costs its normal price now. We're going to start getting locations, I think. We'll get... Oh, we'll get Central City, because we've got lots of superpowers. I want to start getting those locations because a city destroyed will come up eventually, and I would like to be prepared for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New card has to come out. Owlman. 3 power here then. 4, 5. Wait, that 3. Nope. 4, 5. We're good. 6, 7, 8. Can't really destroy this in any way. So we'll say goodbye to Owlman. And I still have 3 left over, which we will use to get Man-Bat Serum. We can finally start using that. Look at the top card. We may discard it. No, we'll leave it there. What's in my discard pile real quick? Do I have any starters there? Nope. 2, 3. Can destroy a card. We'll destroy Kick in order to get a victory point, triggering Sinestro so we can draw a card. 4, 5 power. That's all we got. That 5 power is enough. We'll go ahead and get Star Labs. We have to start destroying destruction cards at this point. There's too many of them. We can discard cards. We're going to discard a Punch and Invulnerability to draw 2 cards. Here's Central City. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, triggering House of Mystery to draw a card. 7 power. That's better. That's better. With 7, we'll go ahead and get Cosmic Staff. No, we'll get Magician's Corset. New card. You know what? No. We're gonna get Bizarro power because it's lots of power. And we have got lots of destruction cards anyway, so the weakness I'm not really afraid of. New card coming out. Animal Man. Star Labs. So now our first superpower and first equipment and first card over 5. Very well. We can destroy a card in our hand and discard pile. We're going to destroy this Punch in our discard pile, that's for sure. Do we want to destroy one in our hand? We're going to save Venom Injector. I'm not going to destroy it right now. But it is costing 5 or more, so that triggers House of Mystery to draw a card. Then we'll get 4 power from this, and it triggers Star Labs to get another power. Okay, so that's 4. We'll just count these at the end then. I thought that was a draw card. That's a different game. So this one is actually +1 power for each equipment we play. So that's 4, 5 power. 6. I can destroy another card to get a victory point, but I think we're good. Yeah, 6 power is good enough. I'm not going to get up to 12 where I really want to be. So with our 6 power, let's go ahead, we'll get Transmutation, because that's an easy victory point, which is going to help us a lot with Sinestro. New villain, Psycho Pirate. Alright, look at the top card. We may discard it. We will. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Triggering Star Labs for 10. Get rid of Psycho Pirate. Still have 5 left over. With that 5, we'll get the Rot. Since we have that Bizarro power, it might be helpful in case some of those weaknesses end up at the forefront. If they end up in our hand, we'll at least get to draw a card or get extra power for it, or whatever that one in particular does. New card comes down. Bell Rev. We'll start a Bizarro power. It's 4 power, but with Central City it gets us to 5 power and we gain a weakness. 6, 7, 8, 9, but with Star Labs gets us to 10. 11, 12, that's Goodbye Brainiac. We'll play this so we can discard Catwoman and draw a card. That's 1 power. 2, 3 power. With that 3 power, we'll get a kick. Why not? We might need it. You know, I might have triggered House of Mystery and completely forgot about it. Yeah, Bizarro should have done that. I should have drawn a card in there. That's okay. We'll be fine. I've got a defense again, so let's see what our new crisis is. Electromagnetic Pulse. Put the top 3 cards of the main deck into the lineup. We're really filling that lineup today. So that's 1, 2, 3. Equipment loses all text and has +1 power instead. Each player must destroy an equipment in his hand. Destroy an equipment in hand, you say, huh? Each player puts a... this one's actually different for solo. Discard a random card if its cost is... You know, we're just going to use Stargirl. What am I talking about? You may discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, draw a card and put a card of cost 1 or greater from the destroyed pile on the bottom of the main deck. We're going to put a kick down there. Just to kind of mark the bottom there. Alright, so we have to get rid of an equipment. We're going to just... Oh, we have to get rid of Strife first. So, first off, here's the Rot. So the first time I play a weakness or vulnerability, I can draw a card. Play this. We can destroy a card in our hand and discard pile. I'm going to destroy... yeah, we're going to just... Either way, I have to do that, don't I? We'll destroy Venom Injector for 2 power. Oh, its text is only 1. Never mind. It loses all its text, so that wouldn't even happen. I'll destroy Sledgehammer then. I'm going to destroy Sledgehammer. So, that's still 1... I get no power from it, but I get to destroy a card on my discard pile as well. We'll destroy this weakness we have. Now, since he costs 5, he triggers House of Mystery to draw a card. So that is how much power? No power. 2. Destroy a card in my hand or discard pile. We're going to destroy this kick. I get a victory point. And I can get a card of cost 3 or less from the lineup. We're going to get Strife. So that's out of there. Since we gained a victory point, that triggers Sinestro to draw a card. So we're at 2, 3 power because of Star Lab, because of Central City. Look at the top card. We can't play that. Never mind. In fact, since that's gone, we're just going to give Venom Injector to Electromagnetic Pulse. It's destroyed. That one's over. It's another crisis down. So I still have 3 power, I believe. And I can look at the top card and I may discard it. We will discard that kick. But I don't think I want to do anything with that 3 power. I maybe would have gotten Pandora's Box, not to use, but to give to that crisis. And the crisis is already over. So things are going okay. I would like to buy some of these cards from my deck, though. They are, I could use it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, Bizarro is 4 power and gain a weakness. But because of Central City, it's actually 5 power and gain a weakness. That's halfway to the Joker in 1 card. Did we get a new card out yet? Yes, it was Magic. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's just say goodbye to the Joker and have 1 power left over. 2, 3 power. There's not really anything I want out there for 3 power. In fact, I think there's only 1 card at all, right? We'll take it. We'll take the Flight. We can use it for a defense, but I don't really need it. He says before he gets really attacked. I've got 1 defense card here with Invulnerable. Let's see what we can do. Rise of the Rot. At the start of your turn, gain a weakness unless you reveal one from your hand. Each player must discard a weakness card. Also remove this crisis if the weakness stack runs out. Our new villain is Captain Cold. Each player flips their superhero face down. We're just going to defend against that. When you are attacked, you may reveal this card from your hand. If you do, you may discard it or destroy a vulnerability in your hand or discard pile to avoid the attack. I guess we have to discard it because I don't have any vulnerabilities left. Alright. How are we doing? Did a new card come out? I don't think one did. So, there's a villain. I have no weakness in my hand, so we have to gain 1. 2, 4. We're going to save Man-Bat Serum for later, I think. I could have enough power to get rid of that now, though. I want to use Phantom Stranger to destroy some of these weaknesses, but it's probably best at this point to just hold on to them, wait for them to come out so we can get rid of Rise of the Rot. There's nothing else in here I want to destroy, though. Maybe a Flight, but that's okay. We're good. We're going to not destroy anything. So just 4 power. I don't think I can do anything really with that. I could get Animal Man. That'd be an interesting choice. We'll get Blackgate Prison. Yeah. That's what we want. That's what we want. New card comes on out. Cold Gun. Okay. How do we want to handle this? Still didn't gain a weakness. We still didn't have one in our hand, so we gained 1. I'm gonna play Power of the Red and just discard my whole hand and try again. I'll keep Transmutation, but we're gonna discard the rest of the hand and try again. So we get to draw 3 cards. So Power of the Red. To beat, each player must discard a weakness. Well, we do have the weaknesses, but I have to get rid of that first. So that's 1 power. This will trigger the Rot. I can draw a card. 2, 3 power. I can destroy a card in my hand. Will destroy Catwoman, getting a victory point. I can get a card of her cost from the lineup. Nothing out there costs 3, so we don't gain anything. But that is a VP gain, so that's Sinestro drawing a card. So again, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Goodbye to the Royal Flush Gang. Then we'll discard this weakness to get rid of Rise of the Rot. So that went pretty well. I'll take that. All right. New card coming out. We're going to use Phantom Stranger, destroying this weakness in my hand and the other one over here. It also triggers House of Mystery to draw a card. We got Blackgate Prison, so now reveal the top card of my deck. If it's a vulnerability or a weakness, gain a VP. It is not. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're going to play Man-Bat Serum. That's +1 for being an equipment, so that's 5. And then all of those victory points. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Destroys Man-Bat Serum, but also gets rid of Captain Cold. We have one left over, but you know what? That's okay. Nothing to spend it on. We have a defense in our hand again, so that's good. Let's get our new victory, our new, it's Collapsing Parallel Worlds. Each player places all cards he buys or gains from the lineup under this card, including villains. Remove this crisis when there are 10 cards under this card. Then one player destroys his deck and discard pile. The card under this crisis becomes his new deck. I have problems with this crisis. I have a love-hate relationship with it. You can net cards in it, which is great. You can also get rid of a lot of bad cards and have one solid 10-card deck, or you can have 10 terrible cards. So we'll give it a shot. Well, we don't have a choice. We're going to give it a shot, but Collapsing Parallel Worlds is here, I guess is what I'm saying. So Sinestro, it's Sinestro on Sinestro time. Each player puts all heroes from his hand into the lineup. He costs 3 more for all heroes in the lineup. We're going to defend with Invulnerable, discarding that, ending that. Look at the top card. I may discard it. New card has to come out too for the turn. New villain. I will leave that there. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to get Royal Flush Gang. You know, I'd rather get right now. We're going to get Signature Trenchcoat for 4. And for the other 4, anything? We'll get Animal Man. So that's 2 cards down. New card coming out. Now, the crisis can't go. We can add villains to the cards underneath Collapsing Parallel Worlds, so that's good. But what's even better is that the crisis still doesn't end until there's no villains out there. So I can keep buying cards from it till I'm in a situation where I'm safe and then buy the last villain. See what I'm saying? Alright, so Bizarro says gain a weakness, but I get 5 power for him. 6, 7, 8, 9. Play this to draw a card, right? Yep. And I'll look at the top card. Is it a weakness? It is not. So again, we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 power. 13's a lot. 13 is definitely a lot. We're going to get Magician's Corset, bringing us down to 8. We're going to get Power Girl, bringing us down to 3. We're going to get Royal Flush. Oh, we can't. We only have 3 left. With our 3 left, you know, we will get another Quiver of Arrows, because it's pretty useful in situations where you have a crisis that needs a certain card and need to look ahead. Alright, new card comes on out. We can destroy a card in our hand and discard pile. We're going to destroy Power of the Red, and we'll destroy a weakness in our discard pile. It costs 5 or more, so House of Mystery is triggered for us to draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can destroy a card in my discard pile, getting another victory point. Triggers Sinestro for us to draw a card. So we were at, I forgot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11's good. 11's very good. Gotta have ourselves a Cosmic Staff for defense. What are we up to anyway? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With our other 5. Let's get John Constantine in there. Gotta get John Constantine in there. Alright. I'd really like to keep Bizarro through this. I don't want to lose Bizarro to this. He's a 5 power card, and we've got enough destruction to not worry about the weaknesses he gives us. Look at the top card. We may discard it. You know what? We will just discard that. Destroy a card in my hand or discard pile, huh? We're going to destroy Phantom Stranger, getting ourselves a victory point, allowing us to draw a card. So that's 1, 2 power we have, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. With 13, we're going to get magic for 5, so that's 8 power left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 power left. We're going to get Royal Flush Gang. And then we're going to stop there. And this next turn is going to be the one that ends it. Anything in here? Nothing I can't get back. So that's okay. So basically, I could have ended it this turn. I could have just got a card and ended Collapsing Parallel Worlds. But I have a Signature Trenchcoat, so all of these cards I can get back. There might be something in here, though, that I can't get back through Signature Trenchcoat. So we're going to keep going and trying to get that. And I think it's going to be Bizarro. Where is he? There he is. All right, new card comes out. We're going to start with Bizarro. Gain a weakness, and that's 5 power. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. With 13 power, we'll go ahead and get Captain Atom. Adding this to Collapsing Parallel Worlds. I believe that's it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. End of Collapsing Parallel Worlds. We have to destroy our discard pile. And we have to destroy our deck. But this becomes our new deck. Luckily, we do have what we need in there, and that is a Signature Trenchcoat to get most of those cards back. So we are not out of luck in the slightest. So, Sinestro's costing 3 more for each of the heroes out there. That's just Dr. Light at this moment, so that's okay. Look at that top card. We may discard it. We'll keep it there. Magic Corset, we're going to say draw a card. That's 1, 2 power. Draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. We will discard Captain Atom and Cosmic Staff, I guess. And then John Constantine revealed top 2 cards of your deck, draw 1, put the other on top of your deck, or destroy it. We will draw Animal Man, we'll play it, and say it's a superpower. So then we got that right into our hand. So our total right now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 power. 6, 7, 8. We're going to get a card from the destroyed pile. Gotta get Transmutation back if we're going to keep using Sinestro. You know what? No. Let's get Power Girl back. Gotta get that power going. Okay. So we're at 8 power, I do believe. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for being an equipment. I can double down on a card to get us to 10, but then we still have to get rid of Dr. Light anyway, so we won't double down anything. We'll just use Dr. Light, get us down to 6, and we'll get Bell Rev for the other 5 there. Okay. We got a pretty good deck going. There's a few cards in there I can say goodbye to, honestly. But right now, it's going alright. We got a lot of good cards. Collapsing Parallel Worlds was good to us. New card coming out. That is a hero, so he's going to cost 13. We have Signature Trenchcoat, and I'm going to use that to get another Royal Flush Gang. And 1 power for being an equipment. 2 power, 3 power for being an equipment, and I can draw a card. This is draw a card. Bell Rev, so now I get +1 on super or villains. So again, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't want to destroy anything. I've got a pretty small deck right now. So we'll just go ahead and get Animal Man out of here. Then I have 3 power left over, but I don't think there's anything out there I really want, so we're good. I keep forgetting about House of Mystery. I may have very well triggered it multiple times now. Alright, we're going to start with Bizarro, so I gain a weakness, and that definitely triggers House of Mystery, so I draw a card. And we're at 5 power. Reveal those 2 cards. We will draw Power Girl, and we will destroy Quiver of Arrows. Why not? So that's 5. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Easy choices. 6, 7, we'll say Superpower. It is not. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I forgot the 1 power for Royal Flush Gang, getting us to 17. So that's the end of Sinestro, who costs 13 right now. So we have 4 power left over. We'll go ahead and get Element Woman for that. Not bad. Not bad. Element Woman's going to trigger most of our locations here. So that's very good news. Other than that, yeah, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. I'm not nervous at all. This deck is very strong. The only thing I'm really nervous about is I don't have a lot of stuff I'm willing to give to Crises. We're going to have to see what comes up over time. Alright. We'll have a new card come out. Well, with the new Crisis first. Legion of Doom. Put the top 3 cards of the main deck into the lineup. 1, 2, 3. Hero cards lose all text and have +1 power instead. Each player must destroy a hero in hand. That's not bad. I've got a few I'm willing to get rid of, like Dr. Light, for example. Black mana costs 3 more to defeat for each equipment in the lineup. Each player puts all equipment from his hand into the lineup. We're gonna defend against that. Discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, you may put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. We're good. We'll just discard it and be good. Weakness triggers the Rot, so we can draw a card. 1 from Star Labs and draw a card. +3 gets us to 4. +3 gets us to 7. And then I can gain a card of cost 4 or less from the lineup. We're going to gain the Blight just to get it out of there. Oh, what am I doing? They can't have those powers. They are heroes. They only just are +1 right now. So let's go backwards. So that's 1 power. We can get a card from the destroyed pile. I'm going to purposely get a hero I can get rid of. We're gonna get Phantom Stranger back. Even if I don't get rid of him, we can destroy some stuff with him. So that's pretty good. So we are at 2 power, 3 power actually, and that does trigger House of Mystery to draw a card. 3, 4 power. Goodbye to the Blight. No, let's chase that. We'll say 4 power. Give that to the Blight. Yep. Then we're going to give Captain Atom. No, we're not. We're going to give Power Girl to Legion of Doom, getting rid of that Crisis. The reason I gave Power Girl, even though I really like that card, is because we've got Signature Trenchcoat to get her back. So she's not gone for long. I can gain a card of cost 4 or less from up there. We're going to get Power Drain. Yeah, we'll get Power Drain. And then 3 more power we'll use to get Man-Bat Serum. Maybe instead of Power Drain, we should get something else. We're going to get Secret Society Communicator. Reason being is that black mana does cost extra for equipment in the lineup, so might as well get that out of there, even if I don't really plan on using it very much. Alright, new card coming out is Amanda Waller. Let's try this. Are you a vulnerability? Reveal the top card of my deck. If it's a vulnerability or weakness, destroy it and gain a VP. It is not. We will start with Cosmic Staff, triggering House of Mystery to draw a card. Then we're going to use John Constantine. Reveal top 2 cards of my deck, draw 1 and put the other on top of your deck or destroy it. We are going to draw this Kick and we're going to destroy this Flight. So we're at 1, 2, 3 power. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. We're going to discard a Kick and we're going to discard Magic. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4 power because of all my locations adding in. Oh, instead of this kick, I want to discard Invulnerable. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 power. 5, 6, plus 5 gets us to 11. 12, 13, we'll say it's a superhero. It is. Draw a card. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards, and then get to 14 power because it's a supervillain. Or a villain, I mean. So we're at 14 power. Draw 2 cards, discard a card. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards, I'm sorry. We're going to discard these 2. 15, 16, and this one also counts as a superpower, so that's 17. An equipment, so that's 18. And a villain, so that's 19 power, because I have all of those locations. 19 power, huh? He costs 10, 13, 16, 19. He costs exactly 19. That's the end of Black Mana. That's fine to me. I don't have to buy any of that stuff in that case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What am I doing? Just 5 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just kept going. Alright, so I do have 1 defense in my hand, so that's good. New crisis is alternate reality. At the start of your turn, destroy all heroes in your hand. Gain that many random villains from the destroyed pile and put them into your hand. There goes the end of Phantom Stranger again. To beat, each player must destroy 12 cost worth of heroes in their discard pile. We should be fine with that. We should be A-okay. This attack cannot be avoided. Each player gains X weaknesses where X is equal to the highest VP among cards in your hand. That's not so great. Phantom Stranger has VP worth 10. So that's 10 weaknesses. There are only 20 weaknesses in the game, and we have 11 of them now. Lex Luthor and Phantom Stranger are not great cards to have. So at the start of my turn, I have to destroy all heroes in my hand, gain that many random villains from the destroyed pile. Shuffle this up, figure out what villain we're going to get. Alright, we've got... Nope, not a villain. Emperor Penguin it is. Okay, so new card has to come out for the turn. We have to destroy 12 cost worth of heroes in our discard pile. Let's see if we can do that right away. Dr. Light, definitely. We've got another Animal Man there. Let's just see all the heroes and see what that adds up to first. Lots of weaknesses there. So, yeah, that's not the first time that's happened to me. I've often ended up in a situation where somehow I have Phantom Stranger in my hand when Lex Luthor comes out, and there's no way to avoid it. It's terrible. So I need to get rid of 12 costs. I've got 3, 7, and 5 here is 12, so they're destroyed. So this crisis is over already, which I like to see. And now hopefully we can start rebuilding. Let's get a card back from the destroyed pile. We're going to get John Constantine back, because I really like that card. Anything I can use? I can destroy a card in my hand or discard pile. We're going to destroy a weakness. Whenever we get a card like that, we're going to destroy a weakness. So this is a total of 1, 2 power right now. 3, 4. We're going to do Man-Bat Serum, getting us to 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's goodbye Lex Luthor, and we still have 2 left over. We'll get Cold Gun just in case we need it for a crisis. Yeah, I took 10 weaknesses. I have 11 of them in my deck right now of the 20 in the game. So there is 10 weaknesses in here. Fortunately, we have Blackgate Prison and the Rot. So between the 2 of them, we'll hopefully get to destroy some of them and draw extra cards when they come out. But I'm really just hoping that I have a weakness available when I get a destruction card. The worst part on top of this is that the Rot as a the Rise of the Rot or whatever that crisis is has already come up. So I don't even have the benefit of being able to beat that one quickly if it comes up at an unfortunate time. So I just have 10 weaknesses now to work on. Oh, it's not even time to shuffle. I still have a whole hand here. Alright, do I have a defense card? I have 1 defense card, so that's start. And a weakness in my hand. So I actually had 12. Great. Wave of Terror. At the start of your turn, discard all cards that share the lowest cost in your hand. Each player discards a random card from his hand. Remove this crisis if each of those cards has cost 1 or greater. I mean, if you're going to make me discard the lowest cost card in my hand, that's not so bad. The new villain is Darkseid. I need to add all my superpowers to the lineup. You know what? No, we're going to do that, yeah. Each player puts all superpowers in the lineup. We're going to defend with Invulnerable here. At the start of our turn, we have to discard all cards that share the lowest cost. We have to discard this weakness. We have to put a card out for the turn. And we're going to try and beat that, which is... Wave of Terror is different in solo. At the start of your turn, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Remove this crisis if each of those cards has cost 1 or greater. That could be bad. Did I not destroy the Man-Bat Serum? Yes, I was supposed to destroy the serum. Definitely. I had a ton of power in there, so yeah. That should have been destroyed. Thank you for calling that. Okay, so here's the problem with Wave of Terror. I have to discard 3 cards, and all of them have to be cost greater than 0. But I have 11 weaknesses right now. So the odds of me drawing 3 cards and not a single one of them being weaknesses is pretty bad. So, I think we have to take the chance anyway. We're going to start with Blackgate Prison. Are you a weakness? It's not, so we can leave it there. So we at least know that's good. We have to try. There's no villains in the lineup, so we really have to try. Man, this is bad. Alright, we're going to try and beat Wave of Terror, so that's discard 3 cards. They all have to be greater than 0. Oh, we did it! Not a single one of those 11 weaknesses were on top of that deck. Okay, that's 3 cards. That's the end of Wave of Terror. So that, I'm going to be happy about that, but now we have some work to do. Magic. Look at this card. Well, we can draw this card. So that's 1/2 power. 3 power, get a card from the destroyed pile. We're going to get our Man-Bat Serum back. No, you know what? We should get a destruction card. Anything to start destroying cards again. Where is he? Did I already get him back? I must have. We're going to get Transmutation back. Alright, so we're at 3 power. Gain a card of cost 4 or less from the lineup. We're going to get Mallet, because Mallet is going to help us discard cards that could be weaknesses. So 1, 2, 3 power right now. Not going to use magic this turn. Oh, this triggers Captain Atom and House of Mystery to draw a card. 4, 5 power. We're going to use that to get magic because it's another destruction card. Anything to get destruction right now because we've got a lot of work to do. Alright, let's see how we're doing here. Yep, that's what I was thinking. 3 weaknesses. We'll start with Royal Flush Gang, allowing us to draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. We'll discard 2 weaknesses. And since it's a villain, that's 1 power. Let's start with Blackgate Prison. Are you a weakness? It is not. We'll leave it there. We'll play a weakness so that we can draw a card. So we're at 1 power. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say it's a weakness. It is not. And the card type's not a type anyway. But we can discard it, can't we? No, we cannot. That's not that type of card. So we end up with 6 power. I guess we'll get Earth 3. It's not going to do anything for us at this time. You know what? I'd rather get Firestorm. Let's see what happens with Firestorm. Okay, here we go. Where's my destruction cards? Because we have got a lot of work to do. Grid. Ooh. Start with John Constantine. Reveal the top 2 cards of my deck. Draw 1. How are they neither one of them weaknesses when I play John Constantine? We're going to draw Bizarro, and we're going to leave Cosmic Staff there. So that's 5 power and gain a weakness. This allows us to draw a card. 6, 7, we can destroy a card. We're going to destroy Emperor Penguin, so we get 2 victory points. No, we're not. We're going to destroy this weakness. What am I talking about? We ended up with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 power. Not enough. We have to get rid of superpowers anyway. We'll get rid of grid. We still have 7 left over. We'll get power of the red because we might need that given our current weakness situation. New villain. Okay. Yeah. Invulnerable gets us 2 power since we have Central City, so there's that. But that's it. Oh, I guess we can try Are You a Weakness? It is, and we can destroy it, and that'll get us a victory point. And since we gained a victory point, we can also draw a card. So that's a pretty good start to the turn. So we get to draw a card. We're at 2 power, draw a card. Destroy a card, get another victory point. And that triggers House of Mystery to draw another card. We are at 1, 2, 3 power. And we're going to play Firestorm. Play this card. Ooh, no, I just locked my signature trench coat. Oh, the Firestorm. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I can get a card from the destroyed pile. Okay. It's happening. What do I want from the destroyed pile? Let's get Phantom Stranger back. How's that sound? Nice, powerful destruction card like Phantom Stranger. Well, with our 3 power, we'll get rid of Strife. So there's that. I can't believe we just locked Signature Trenchcoat to Firestorm. I can't believe it. That's going to make things harder, if anything. Alright, new card comes out. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. We'll discard Weakness and Flight. Alright, so that is 1 power because it's a villain. 5 power. So 6 power and gain a weakness. 7, 8, 9. 10, 11. 12, 13. We're going to say it's a weakness. Weakness isn't a type. I have to stop saying that. 13. 13 is enough to beat Darkseid, though. So I think we're just going to get rid of Darkseid. Captain Atom would allow us to draw a card, though. So we can destroy a card. We'll destroy this weakness. And that'll get us to 14 power. Still says goodbye to Darkseid. And we have 1 power left over. We'll get Venom Injector. Okay. Hopefully we survive this. Do I get a defense card? No defense card. In fact, no weaknesses either. I have magic, but no weaknesses. Tough luck. New crisis is Countdown. At the start of your turn, put a card of cost 1 or greater from your hand into the lineup. Your team must destroy cards in the lineup of cost 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. I always like to line things up when this first happens. So we have 6, 4, and 2. We have nothing of 3, 5, or 7. I will add... Well, we'll get this villain out of the way first. Each player reveals his hand and discards all cards with cost 3 or less. There goes Cold Gun. I will add a 5 cost card out there. I just can't decide which one. We're going to go with Power Girl because I can get her back with Signature Trenchcoat eventually. Alright, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. We're going to discard this. We're going to keep that weakness. We're going to discard these 2. That's 1 power. Weakness says draw a card. And then we're going to use magic on that to destroy said weakness, putting us at 2 power. That's all we're going to get. We'll get Vibe for 2 power. That can be helpful. Okay, new card comes out, and it costs 2, of course. We have to add a card. Oh man, I didn't get any 3 cost cards, really? We'll add Mallet into the 4s here. Let's start with weakness, triggering... You know what, before that, let's try Blackgate Prison. Are you a weakness? So, I can't get the Signature Trenchcoat back from Sinestro. Every time I play Firestorm Matrix, I'm able to use it, but I can't get it back. The only way I can really get it back is if I destroy Firestorm Matrix, which would destroy Signature Trenchcoat. And then if I play the second Signature Trenchcoat, I could get it back. That is the one scenario where I could get it back. I don't like that scenario happening. I don't want to destroy Firestorm Matrix. I took a risk because of all the weaknesses I had, and I kind of regret it. So for our turn, we're going to start with Blackgate Prison. Are you a weakness? It is not. Okay, then we play a weakness, so we get to draw a card. We're going to use magic on that weakness, destroying it. And that's 1 power, and it's House of Mystery to draw another card. Discard cards. We'll discard 2 cards to draw 2 cards. So we are at 1/2 power. Reveal the top 2 cards of my deck. Draw 1, destroy the other one possibly. 2 power. Reveal 2 cards. We're going to draw Phantom Stranger and destroy this weakness. Play Phantom Stranger, destroying the other weakness in my hand. I think we managed to destroy 3 weaknesses this turn, so I'm pretty happy with that. We are at 1/2 power only, though. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, what am I doing? No. I had 3 less than that. That's 7 power total. She doesn't add up extra power. So 7 power total. We will use to get Mallet, because Mallet's going to help us use Firestorm more effectively. And we'll get Giant Growth. Do I want it? Not really. I think we'll just get Mallet and call it a turn. New card comes out, and it costs 7, but it's a villain, so it's not going to count. We can add a card now. We're going to add... we don't have anything, really? Nothing that costs 3. We have to buy a kick. I don't know why I keep forgetting to buy a kick. We're going to add Captain Atom for another 6 cost card out there. Not that we really need it, but... We're going to play... We're going to start our turn with Blackgate Prison. Are you a weakness? It is. So we destroy it, gaining a victory point. I'm going to get a 5 here. Get a 4 of these. And since I gained a victory point, it triggers Sinestro, so I draw a card. Then we're going to play a weakness, which is going to make us draw a card. And then we're going to use magic on said weakness, destroying it. So 2 weaknesses down this turn. And that's 1 power. That triggers House of Mystery to draw another card. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. We'll discard Venom Injector and Invulnerable. Okay. So that's 1/2 power. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to say it's a superpower. It is. Ah, it's a kick too. 9, 10. I can destroy a card on my discard pile. Nothing there I want to destroy, so we'll just do the 11, 12. It's an equipment to get us 13. So that's goodbye to Avatar of the Rot, leaving us with 6 power, which we are going to buy 2 kicks with, so that we have cards that cost 3 that can go into the lineup soon. Hopefully soon. Alright, let us put a card out there. So that's 4 cost from Animal Man. Have to add a card to the lineup. We're going to put Emperor Penguin out. I'm not really using it anyway. I know the lineup's a mess right now. I'm trying to keep it organized by price, and it's just making things worse, it seems. Okay. We will start our turn by using Blackgate Prison. Are you a weakness? It is not. We will leave that there. We're going to play... You know what? I've got a better idea. We're going to play Firestorm Matrix. Put the top card of your deck onto your supervillain. This card has the game text of that card each time you play it. So now we've got 5 power and get a card from the destroyed pile every time we do Firestorm. And we have to gain a weakness, unfortunately. Oh, it's only 4 power now because it's no longer a superpower. So it's 4 power and get a card from the destroyed pile. We're going to get Man-Bat Serum back, I think, but I'm going to see what else is in here. Ooh, Stargirl's a good defense. Power Girl. Lots of good options. Another Man-Bat Serum. I think the best bet is Man-Bat Serum just because it's so powerful. So, that is 4 power right now, and that's triggering House of Mystery to draw another card. Destroy a card on my hand, destroy this weakness, getting a victory point. Getting a victory point triggers Sinestro to draw another card. So we are at 4, 5 power, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I can put a hero or superpower on top of my deck. We're going to put a kick on top of my deck. Now, I was going to play Magician's Corset, but instead I'm not. I'm going to leave that kick there for next turn so that we can use it to get the final countdown. So we'll get rid of this. Still have 8 power after that. Anything I want to buy of 8 power, we'll get Animal Man. Still have 4 power now. That's fine. That's fine. We're doing all right. We're really getting through those weaknesses. How many are in here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's 17 weaknesses here, which means there's only 3 in our deck, which is not bad considering we had 12 at one point. We managed to destroy 9 in only not that many turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. New card comes out for the turn. There's a 3-cost card, of course. And we are going to add this kick. So now there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need a 7-cost card. Have I destroyed a 7-cost card already? There's Avatar of the Rot doesn't count. That's a villain. I don't think we did, but maybe we did. I do think that 7-cost cards are kind of rare in this particular setup, if I remember correctly. There are no 7-cost cards in the destroyed pile. There's none in the lineup, and I haven't seen any come up in my deck, so they must still be in the main deck somewhere. This could take a bit. We'll see what happens. We'll start with Royal Flush Gang saying draw... You know what? No, we'll start with Blackgate Prison. Are you a weakness? It is not. We'll leave it there. Then we'll do Royal Flush Gang for 1 power, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Oh. Okay. We'll discard Magician's Corset for sure. The second card, I guess we'll discard Weakness. No, we'll discard a Magic. That's right. Alright, so we're at 1 power. I can draw a card because of the weakness. Then we can destroy it, getting us to 2 power. 3, 4, are you a superpower? It is not. We will leave that there. Can't do anything of this weakness. 4 power, though. We'll get Amanda Waller for being a destruction card at a time where we could really use him still. Alright, new card comes out. It costs 2. I need a card out there that costs 7, though. You guys can have Cold Gun. Another card that costs 2. Let's try Blackgate. Are you a weakness? It is not. We're going to play a weakness so we can draw a card, though. Then we're going to draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. We're going to discard Man-Bat Serum and Power of the Red. We can destroy a card in our discard pile. We'll destroy a weakness. And we are at, power-wise, 1, 2 power. We gain a weakness now so that we can draw a card. Or gain a victory point so we can draw a card. I'm sorry. So we're at 1, 2 power. We're Reveal these cards. We'll take Cosmic Staff and leave Element Woman on top, because next we're going to play Firestorm, adding Element Woman to this. So now we are at 1, 2 power, 6 and gain a weakness, 7, 8, and then that gets all of those card types, so 9, 10, 11, and then I can get a card from the destroyed pile. So 11 power, and we gained a card from the destroyed pile. We're going to get Stargirl back. $12, $13, and I can destroy a card in my hand and discard pile. We'll destroy a weakness. With our 13 power, I guess we'll get Captain Atom back for 6. There's not much else I want to do, though. We're just going to let it all sit out there until we get that 7-cost card that we need. We need a 7-cost card for Final Countdown. And it's just not happening. Not one in our hand, so a card comes out. It costs 4. We will add this Kick for 3. Let's start with Blackgate Prison. Are you a vulnerability or weakness? It is not. Yeah, I haven't seen any of those. So they're still in there. They gotta come up eventually. Just bad timing. So Mallet, look at this card. We may draw it or pass it to a player's discard pile. We'll draw it. And then we'll play it. I can destroy a card in my discard pile. Do I have a weakness in here? Yeah, that's gone. So we're at 1, 2 power. 3, 4 superpower. Nope. 5, 6, 7. I can put a hero or superpower on top of my deck. Should have done that before Animal Man, but that's alright. I'm gonna put magic on top of my deck, just in case. So I think we end up with like 8 power or something like that. I don't want anything. I guess I'll get Power Drain because with Central City it is worth 3 power, and that's a pretty good power amount for 1 card. But that's it. That's all we're gonna do. Just keep playing till that 7 shows up. There's a 5, a good 5. We want that 5, but you know, could be better. Could be a 7. Alright, we have to add a card to the lineup. I'm tired of seeing these invulnerables, so you guys can have one out there. Let's try Blackgate Prison. Are you a weakness? It is not. 2 power. Are you a superpower? It is. And then we'll play it and discard these 2, drawing 2 cards. So we are at 3 power. I can gain a card of cost 4 or less, but I don't want one, so we'll just do the 2 power. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. We're gonna get John Constantine. So I'm at 0 power. I'm not gonna do anything with Magic or Phantom Stranger because there's nothing I really want to destroy. You know what? There is. I'm gonna play Phantom Stranger to destroy the Kick in my discard pile here. I need that 7-cost card. That's all I need. There's another 2-cost card. I think all the 2-cost cards are going to be out there by the end of this. Add a card to the lineup. I'm going to add another Flight. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Well, at least we can like clean up our deck during this. I'm going to have a very smooth deck by the end of it. But I'm going to discard a Man-Bat Serum because I'm going to save that for a supervillain, and we'll discard and Amanda Waller. Alright, so that's 1 power. I can destroy a card, getting a victory point. We'll destroy Venom Injector, getting us. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4 power, and get a victory point. And getting a victory point allows us to draw a card. 5, put a hero or superpower on top of my deck. Six, 7, and draw a card. Reveal 2 cards. Leave this one on top. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, that's a lot of power. There's just nothing I want. Yeah, I don't want to buy things just for the sake of buying them. I'm just going to keep slimming my deck down, getting things I actually want, and leaving it at that. I do want Bow Staff, for example. Alright, reveal 2 cards. We can draw Firestorm Matrix, and you know what, we're going to leave Animal Man right on top, because next we're going to play Firestorm Matrix, putting this right back here. So, now we have 2, 3, 4, 5. I can gain a card from the destroyed pile. 6, 7 will say superpower. It is not. Plus 4 is 11 and gain a weakness. So I have 11 power, gain a weakness, and I get a card from the destroyed pile. We'll get another Power Girl back. I think that's our best bet at this point. I mean, we're going to get the best options we can available. Maybe there's villains available I'm not thinking of. I don't think there's a lot of great 5 or less cost villains. There's great villains that cost more than 5. Killer Frost, nah. Would love Owlman, but he costs 6. We're going to get Power Girl. Still have 11 power. Draw 2 cards. We're at 12. Draw 2 cards. Discard 2 cards. One, 2, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Draw a card. Reveal 2 cards. We'll leave Phantom Stranger here. 21, 22, 23 power. Well, we want Bow Staff for 3 power, bringing us down to 20. There's nothing I really want. I just want the one thing, and it's a 7 cost card. And you know what? My deck is slimmed down enough now. We're doing fine. New card comes out. I'm going to start flying through this. I do want Happy Harbor. Happy Harbor's like the one location I'm missing, so we'll go out of our way to get that. We'll start with Phantom Stranger, allowing us to destroy a card in our discard pile and hand. Nothing in here I want to destroy. Nothing in my hand I want to destroy. But it does trigger House of Mystery anyway to draw a card. 2 plus 3 is 5. That's Happy Harbor. I'm not going to play anything else because nothing else is going to help me. Well, I could play Vibe to put a hero or superpower on top of my deck. We'll put John Constantine on top of my deck. That helps. New card comes out. Man-Bat Serum. Good to see that again, but not what we're looking for. We will add Power of the Red to the lineup. Reveal these 2 cards. We're going to draw Transmutation and destroy this weakness. Then Royal Flush Gang to draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. I know I'm going really fast. I'm purposely going really fast because I want to just get through to the point where we gain what we're looking for. So I can gain a card of cost 4 or less. We'll gain Man-Bat Serum. And we are at 1 power. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Superpower? Nope. 6 power. There's nothing out there I want to buy for that though. New card comes out. A cost 2 card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to add a card to the lineup. I guess here's Bow Staff, but I'm going to try and buy it back this turn. You know what? No. Here's Secret Society Communicator because I think I destroyed all the weaknesses. 1 power, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards, and that also triggers House of Mystery. So we'll get rid of that in a second. We're going to discard Man-Bat Serum and Bow Staff. House of Mystery allows us to draw a card. So that's 1 power. This can now get +1 on heroes. So now it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can put a hero or a superpower on top of my deck. Here's John Constantine. I don't want the power. I have nothing to spend it on. New card comes out. Costs 3. What the heck? Oh, what a nightmare. This is like I'm not making progress. This is what's really frustrating me. I feel like there's nothing I can do. Alright, reveal the top card of my deck, draw it or pass it to a discard pile. We'll draw that. And we'll use John Constantine. Did I add a card? I don't think I did. You can have Cosmic Staff. I'm probably going to buy it back this turn. We'll take Firestorm, and we'll leave Phantom Stranger on top, playing Firestorm to add Phantom Stranger to this. So that is 1, 2, 3 power. I can destroy cards, but there's nothing I really want to destroy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, superpower? No. 15, gain a weakness. And you know, if we just switch up the order, Phantom Stranger would destroy a weakness now, so that's fine with me. And then get a card from the destroyed pile. So basically now we have a never-ending system where we get the power of Bizarro, but also the destruction of Phantom Stranger, so we don't have to worry about those weaknesses at all. 15 power is more than enough to buy Cosmic Staff back. And then we can do John Constantine again. Why not? The deck's almost getting too thin at this point. We'll leave Magic there. 16, 17, 18. I mean, there's nothing I really want. I guess I'll get Secret Society Communicator back because it is 3 power, but I don't need it. 2. Okay, we're going back to speed rounds. I just need 2 power to get rid of that, so you know what? 3 power from power. I have to add a card first, so you can go on out there and draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards, discard 2 Man-Bat Serums here. That is 1 power. 2, 3. Are you a superpower? It is not. You know, goodbye to the grid, and I'm not even going to play any more cards. Next cards. It's a 6. A 6. That's new. It's new. I'll give it that. I have to add a card. You guys can have Man-Bat Serum, but I'm going to buy him back. 2, 3. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Yes. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 11. We'll get Man-Bat Serum back, bring me down to 7, and we'll buy Bolt Broadsword, bringing us down to 1. And that's the end of that. Speeding through, speeding through, speeding through. Purposely going as fast as we can here, just to 7. Oh, yes, thank you. Still have to add a card out there myself, but man, does it feel good. There's 4. I'm sad to see Firestorm Matrix go, but given the circumstances, happy to see anything happen. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. Now we've got a crazy full lineup. I've got an insane Firestorm that we've built over the last couple turns. Okay, now things are under control. Let's get things going. So, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. We'll take our turn again. Take our time again, I mean. We'll discard Mallet and Captain Atom. So that triggers House of Mystery to draw another card. So that is 1, 4, 5 actually. 6, reveal 2 cards. We'll take Magician's Corset, we'll leave Magic there. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 when we draw another card. 11's not enough for Parallax. Then we'll play Man-Bat Serum to get to 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 23, 24, 25, 26. That's the end of Parallax. Still have 13 left over. Is there anything we want now? I want to get some cards just in case. So we'll get Power Drain, bringing us down to 9. We'll get Cold Gun, bringing us down to 7, right? Yeah, 9, 7. We'll get Invulnerable, bringing us down to 6. And we'll get Dr. Light, bringing us down to 3. So that's a few cards out of the lineup at least. Something to help clean things up a bit, and maybe we'll have something to either destroy or give to a crisis that comes up next. That's true. When Anti-Monitor comes up, I'm going to want to be ready. I have such a strong hand, though. Like, if I play Firestorm, I think I get like 15 power or something, and that's enough to take on Anti-Monitor by itself. So I'm not too worried about the lineup being full. That being said, you're right. That's a valid thing. That's why I just try to buy a few of them there. We'll see what happens. I do have Cosmic Staff to defend against whatever happens here. Let's see what that's going to be. Kryptonite Meteor. Put the top 3 cards of the main deck into the lineup. 1, 2, 3. I do need that Signature Trenchcoat. I need one that's not linked to Firestorm. Superpower cards lose all text and have +1 power instead. Each player must destroy a superpower in his hand. Well, I don't have any in my hand right now, but we will. We will. And then it's Deathstroke. Each player destroys a hero and blah 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 blah. Cosmic Staff. You may discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, gain the bottom card of the main deck, which I'm pretty sure is just a kick that we put down there. It is. Okay. Let's try and get rid of Kryptonite Meteor. Reveal top 2 cards of your deck. Draw 1. Put the other on top of your deck or destroy it. We'll leave that there. We're going to give magic to Kryptonite Meteor. Oh, we have to get rid of this first. Hold on. Wait, what was that again? It was Man-Bat Serum. Ooh, don't want that. That would destroy everything. I need to get rid of Royal Flush Gang. So this is 1 power. Oh, and that triggers House of Mystery to draw another card. Okay. We're good. We're good. 2, 3, 4. We will double down on Secret Society Communicator to get to 5, 6, 7. Getting rid of Royal Flush Gang. We have 2 power left over. Wait, nope, that's a superpower. What am I doing? What am I doing? Come back. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's happening. We're doing a Man-Bat Serum for this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Goodbye, Royal Flush Gang. Getting us down to 14. We'll give magic to Kryptonite Meteor. Still have enough to get rid of Deathstroke. We have 4 left over. We'll buy Signature Trenchcoat. Let's do Blackgate Prison. Are you a vulnerability? No. But we will do Firestorm on them. So now, with that, we have 4, 5 power. I can put a card on top of my deck. We will put a defense on top of my deck. 6, 7. I already know it's a equipment, so I'm going to say superpower so I can leave it there. 7 plus 4 is 11 and gain a weakness. Destroy a card in my hand and discard pile. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and get a card from the destroy pile. Hello. You know, we'll get another Royal Flush Gang. I have a ton of power now. Goodbye to Stargirl. Bring us down to 13, I think. I lost track in there, honestly. So we'll just stop there out of respect for me losing track. I think I had more than that, but I lost track. Yeah, we've got enough here. No need to shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. We have 2 defense cards, so let's see what happens. Our new crisis is Untouchable Villain. At the start of your turn, put the top card of the main deck into the lineup. If it's not a villain, discard a card. Each player must destroy 8 cost worth of cards in hand. You know what? I'd be happy to at this point. Atrocitus. Each player puts his hand under the superhero. If you avoid this attack, put a random card under your superhero. we're gonna avoid the attack with Stargirl. You may discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, draw a card and put a card of cost 1 or greater from the destroyed pile on the bottom of the main deck. What do we want on the bottom of the main deck? We'll put another kick down there. It's been a while. We already got a kick out of there. We'll put a kick back. Okay, so new card has to come out for the turn, and then I have to put another top card in. Since that one's not a villain, I have to put a random card under for Atrocitus. Sorry, the random card goes under for Atrocitus, so this goes under for Atrocitus. And then for that, I have to, if it's not a villain, I have to discard a card. So we will discard Cosmic Staff. And then to get rid of Untouchable Villain, since there's no villains in the lineup, I have to what? Destroy 8 costs worth of cards. Goodbye Broadsword. Goodbye Animal Man. That is the end of Untouchable Villain. I have 1 power from Royal Flush Gang since I can't use its ability at all. We're doing alright. Doing alright. I need to get some Man-Bat serums back though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Reveal these 2 cards. We will draw Power Girl. We're going to leave Power Drain there because next we're going to play Firestorm. So we are at 2 power. We can add this up here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to say Superpower. Nope. 11 and gain a weakness, but we're going to destroy it with Phantom Stranger. 12, 13, get a card from the destroyed pile. So 13 is enough to get rid of Atrocitus. We'll get this back. Get a card from the destroyed pile. We're going to get Man-Bat Serum back. So 13 power. We got that, so that's 2 power. Plus 4 gets us to 6. 7, 8, 9. Get rid of Firestorm Matrix, that's 2. 4, I can get a card from the lineup that costs 4 or less. I don't want anything. I'm not like hungry for power. I don't want any of the cards that are out there. I'm okay. Just gonna keep going. So if you've noticed, since the first mistake I made was getting my signature trench coat on top of my hero due to Firestorm, I've been going out of my way to make sure I know what that card is every time I play Firestorm since. I use a card like John Constantine to see what it is, or Mallet, or maybe I'll use Blackgate Prison to see what's on top of the deck. Anything I can do to look at that card before I play Firestorm now, because I do not want that to happen again. Even though it will happen again, probably. We have Cosmic Staff to defend ourselves with again. So, our new crisis is World Domination. At the start of your turn, resolve the current supervillain's first appearance attack against you. If it doesn't have one, discard a random card instead. Each player must destroy the top card of his deck. Remove this crisis only if those cards have cost 1 or greater. That's not hard. All of my cards have cost 1 or greater. And then Hades will defend against with Cosmic Staff. Each player puts up the 2 cards from their main deck on the blah blah blah. Yeah. We gain the bottom card of the main deck. Very well. Kick again. I put it down there and it's back. Okay, so I have to do what? At the start of my turn I have to resolve its attack. So we just did that attack though. So we're good there. Each player must destroy the top card of his deck. We're gonna use Mallet to look at that card. Yeah, we'll just destroy it. We're gonna put, I have to draw it or pass it to any player's discard pile. Instead of Mallet, we use Blackgate Prison, revealing it. It's not a weakness, so we don't destroy it, so we leave it there. For World Domination, we destroy this card, and we get rid of World Domination. I was comfortable doing that because I'm gonna get it back anyway. Royal Flush Gang says, draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. So we'll discard we're gonna discard Mallet and Magician's Corset. So that's 1 power, 2, 3. I can freeze something, so I guess we'll freeze Amanda Waller. We will get 4, 5 power. We can freeze something else. We'll freeze Giant Growth. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's enough to beat Hades. And a Man-Bat Serum again. But I still have 8 left over. It's this power here exactly that really frustrated me during Final Countdown. I knew I could do this. I made my deck strong enough to do this during that time. But, man, that was really frustrating trying to get that 7-cost card out. Our new Crisis is Identity Crisis. Each player flips his superhero face down. Players cannot avoid the supervillain's first appearance attack. I must discard 6+ power worth of cards from hand, then flip my superhero face up. I haven't really been using my superhero ability too often, so I'm okay with that, but no Sinestro for now. And then it is what it is. It's Crisis Anti-Monitor. Whenever a hero is added to the lineup, each player puts a weakness from the stack on top of their deck. He costs 1 more defeat for each card in the lineup. And then because we're playing single player, we actually add 2 cards to the lineup. So 1 and the second card here. So to get rid of Identity Crisis, I have to get rid of 6+ power. Don't have that right now, but we will play Royal Flush Gang to draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards, going out of our way to discard cards that don't have power. And then another Royal Flush Gang, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. I really like the Royal Flush Gang. I love cards that say draw cards and then discard cards. Oh, that didn't help me too much. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have the 6+ power because I only get 2 here. Can't make the choice for Signature Trenchcoat, so it's not 2. So I only have 4 here. So I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4. Get a card from the destroyed pile, Man-Bat Serum. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 power. We will start clearing things from the lineup now. Power of the red, bringing me down to 7 power. We'll get Amanda Waller, bringing me down to 3 power, and we'll get a kick. No, we'll get Giant Growth. The Giant Growth is better than a kick because it adds on to Central City, getting us 3 power instead of 2. Okay, so we've got our hand here. 2 cards coming out. Any heroes? 1. Oh, there's Ultraman. Could have used that. And Constructs of Fear, the other 7. Perfect. Not a great hand for this. Okay. Reveal the top 2 cards. Draw 1. We're going to play Firestorm Matrix into our hand. Leave this here. Then we're going to play Firestorm Matrix so that this gets the ongoing ability. So now we have Magician's Corset every turn. So that is 1, 2, and draw a card essentially. So we're at 3 power total. I can destroy a card in my discard pile. I would like to destroy Dr. Light. In doing so, I can get a card of his cost or less from the lineup. We'll get another Giant Growth. And a Victory Point. And a Victory Point. Oh, we don't have our thing yet, so never mind. So again, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4 power. Still don't have the 6 I need. That is crazy. 5, 6, 7, 8, because it doesn't factor in locations, obviously. I'm not... You know what? We'll try Blackgate. Are you... We'll do it. Firestorm. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I can put a hero or a superpower on top of my deck. I don't want to, actually. I don't have to, right? None of these are great, so I'm not going. You know what? Yes, Giant Growth is okay because it's 6. I'm trying to get to. So 13, 14, 15. Hey, we're going to say Giant Growth for... No, we'll leave it for next turn. Plus 4 is 19, and we're going to destroy the weakness we gain from that. 20, 21, 22, 23, plus 2 is 25, and get a card from the destroyed pile. So, from the destroyed pile, something valuable. John Constantine. Okay, and I get 25 cards, definitely Ultra Strength, leaving us with 14 Constructs of Fear, leaving us with 7. And I don't want anything else. We'll get Sledgehammer and Steel, but don't really need them. What I need is cards that give me power right now. I have a lot of abilities that add up to power, and that's what's hurting me right now with Identity Crisis. New card comes out. Second card comes out. No heroes got added, so we're good. Royal Flush Gang. Well, actually, first we have Magician's Corset, so that's 1, 2, and draw a card. Then Royal Flush Gang. Ooh, we will discard Captain Atom and Cosmic Staff. No, no Invulnerable. We have to give 6 power worth of cards. Here's 2, 4, 6 cards discarded. It's the end of Identity Crisis, and we have our hero back for what that is worth. So now we can start taking on the villain. We are at 1, 2, 3 power, 4, 5, 6. I don't think I'm going to use... Oh, and 7, sorry. 7. That's not enough for me to justify using magic. So with the 7, we'll get Bizarro power, but that's all we're going to do that turn. And shuffle everything up. Really like the deck I've built. There are a few junk cards we put in there the last couple turns, but overall we're doing pretty good. I built the deck mostly during that final countdown phase. Also built this massive set of what's it called? Firestorm. 2 cards coming out. That is a hero, so that's a card going on top of my deck, and there we go. We will start with Royal Flush Gang. No, we'll start with Magician's Corset, drawing 2 cards. No, just drawing 1 card. What am I talking about? Royal Flush Gang gets us 2 power. Then 3 power of Royal Flush Gang, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Okay, so we were at 3 power. 7 power, draw 2 cards. That's a lot. 8 power, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. One, 2 discards. So that's 8. Plus 5 is 13, getting us a weakness. I can destroy that. That gets us a victory point. Triggers Sinestro, draw another card. Where are we at power-wise? I've lost track. So that's 1, 2, 3. Plus 5 is 8, 9. Plus 4 is 13. 14 power. Okay. I can destroy a card over here. We're going to destroy a weakness. It's 15 for being a hero. 16, 17. Plus 4 is 21. 22, reveal the top card. Ah, ha, ha. Yeah, we'll play that. 23, 24, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Goodbye Man-Bat Serum, but also goodbye Crisis Anti-Monitor. Not bad. Not bad. That was a fun conclusion. So, it's not very often I have a Firestorm set like this. Let me just get this main deck out of the way, this lineup. This was what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards deep for Firestorm Matrix, and it was a pretty successful deck. We're talking 15 to 20 power per turn, and yeah, I'm happy with that. Additionally, we had Magician's Corset on top of Firestorm Matrix here. It's perfect. You get to draw a card every turn, and then along with Star Labs, it's 2 power. So that's 2 power and draw a card every single turn. Sinestro's ability I used a few turns, but it was never a linchpin. It just helped make things easier, but I didn't require it most of the time. What else was strong? Signature Trenchcoat's always strong. Mambat Serum can't be beat. It really can't. If you have a victory point generating machine going and a way to get Mambat Serums back from the destroyed pile, you're good to go. John Constantine, obviously, Power Girl, and Firestorm, yeah. Just not a lot of cards, but just enough that we were doing fine. In fact, I had House of Mystery out. I think I forgot to use it more than half the time. For instance, I could have used it every time I used Magician's Corset. So that would have been 2 power and draw 2 cards every single turn. That's pretty hard to beat. I had fun. I like this setup. The most frustrating thing was Final Countdown because there is just a limited number of 7-cost cards. If they're very deep in the deck, you could be in trouble. I almost was. I got further into this deck than I think my deck deserved to. I think I had a very powerful deck that could have done a lot more, but we didn't have the 7-cost cards come out in time, so that's just what happened. And that just happens sometimes, and that's fine. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. If you enjoy the videos, enjoy watching them. There's more to watch. I'll be back maybe tomorrow, maybe another night. I try to keep to a schedule. It doesn't always work out. But my channel's here. Check it out. If you want to contribute in other ways, I do sell this mat on my Etsy store. I appreciate people who check that out. And I do have the Patreon. I've actually a few members here, it looks like. I've got JK Dameron, so thank you, JK. So the Patreon will get you all sorts of rewards like thank you in the videos. So I'll get to that in a moment, but also get you things within the leagues like the mid-round results, members-only rounds, special thank yous on the score sheets, stuff like that. Now, for my thank yous tonight, we are thanking Kal-El672. Kal-El672, this is their first season of the Solo Crisis League. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tony Tails, you are a member of the Solo Champions League. Thank you, Tony Tails. Hope you're enjoying yourself so far. We've got Season 4 starting this Saturday. And then TGD Chase, another member of the Solo Champions League. Hope you're ready for Season 4 to start this week. This was for the Solo Crisis League. This allows you to take the win-lose condition of a normal DC deck-building crisis game. Hey, Agent Xandra, another member. This allows you to take the win-lose conditions of another... Hold on. Okay. What the Solo Crisis League does, it takes the normal win-lose conditions of a DC Comics deck-building game Crisis Expansion game and says, how well did you do, or how badly did you lose, while comparing you to other players, and different factors like the size of the main deck at the end of the game, how much you spent on villains, how many weaknesses are in your deck, all sorts of stuff. For instance, I had 12 weaknesses in my deck tonight, but I did all the work to make sure I got rid of all of those. Not just to make my deck stronger, but to make my ranking go higher. So, that's what you gotta do. That's all I've got for tonight. I'm exhausted. I'm apparently losing my voice, even though I haven't done this for a while. But that's all I've got. Thank you for watching, and you all have a good night.